Welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
For this is what the Sovereign Lord says.
Why do you need prophets to tell people who you are and what you want?
If you can justify everything that the God of the Bible has done, then you can justify any of your behavior.
A lot of this mentality is trickling into what is now mainstream right-wing Christianity.
I am capable of empathy greater than this God of the Bible.
This is a Bible that they tell kids. This is the good Lord. This is the good book. He is fantasizing about murder, mass murder.
Head over to sacrilegiousdiscourse.com right now to find out how to leave us a review or support us on Patreon.
Hey there, sinners and saints. It's your favorite Bible-bashing duo from Sacrilegious Discourse, and we need your help.
That's right, folks. We're raising funds for some heavenly equipment and a studio that doesn't sound like it's in the depths of hell.
Our current setup, let's just say it's more apocalypse than audiophile.
So if you want to hear us dissect the Bible without the background noise of demonic squirrels, chip in a few bucks.
We're aiming for $5,000 to upgrade our audio and build a studio worthy of blasphemous banter.
Donate today and help us spread the good word of atheism.
You can find a link right on our homepage, sacrilegiousdiscourse.com. Every dollar counts.
Even if it's from your collection plate.
Enjoy a brilliant sleep experience with Soundcore from Anchor. Stressed out by your partner's snoring? Having trouble falling asleep? Waking up too easily? Suffering from poor quality sleep? Now, put on Soundcore Sleep A20 earbuds. Experience unparalleled pressure-free comfort perfect for side sleepers. Choose your favorite sound in your curated playlist. Feel your body getting lighter and lighter and enjoy a full night of peaceful sleep with the A20's long-lasting battery. Then wake up feeling fresh with a personal built-in alarm. Get the sleep you deserve with Soundcore Sleep A20 earbuds. Discover more on soundcore.com. SOUNDCORE. Soundcore. Use code SLEEP at checkout to get $30 off. SLEEP in all caps.
Getting engaged can be stressful. Getting the right ring won't be at BlueNile.com. The jewelers at BlueNile.com have sparkle down to a science with beautiful lab-grown diamonds worthy of your most brilliant moments. Their lab-grown diamonds are independently graded and guaranteed identical to natural diamonds and ready to ship to your door. Get $50 off your purchase of $500 or more with code LISTEN at BlueNile.com. That's BlueNile.com, code LISTEN for $50 off.
They say opposites attract. That's why the Sleep Number Smart Bed is the best bed for couples. You can choose what's right for you whenever you like. You like a bed that feels firm but they want soft? Sleep Number does that. You want to sleep cooler while they want to feel warm? Sleep Number does that too. Why choose a Sleep Number Smart Bed? So you can choose your ideal comfort on either side. And now save 50% off on the new Sleep Number Limited Edition Smart Bed. Limited time, exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. See store or sleepnumber.com for details.
Husband!
Wife!
Do you know what we're doing today?
Well, we are finally starting a new book of the Bible.
No, don't say it.
Yeah, we are. And I'm kind of excited.
I'm excited, but then I saw what it was and I was like, well.
We are still in the minor prophets. So, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm only minorly excited, maybe.
You're excited that we're moving along, but not what necessarily we're in.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's still the Bible after all.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, we're starting the Book of Nahum.
Nahum, huh?
Or Nahum, or...
Good morning, Nahum.
Good morning. I used to have a teacher. No, it was a librarian when I was in elementary, junior, high school.
Yeah.
School.
Right.
And...
the place with the books.
The place with the books. He used to always tell everybody that the reason that his butt was flat was because he got it shot off in Nam.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a thing.
That's so ridiculous. Why?
Who knows?
Oh, people.
Yeah. So anyway, Nam, huh? Name. Well, before we get into this, I do want to take a moment here because in our multiple brief absences, we had quite a few people sign up as new patrons.
What?
Yeah, and I really just wanted to. We got to get back on track here because we're back in a regular episode, and we got to thank some people.
Okay.
And we're not going to thank everybody today. We're going to do these in the order they came in.
Because we like every single person who contributes to get their own special shout out.
That's right. That's right. You shouldn't have to share it with anybody else.
Nobody else.
No,
this is all you. Who is it?
So today we are giving a shout out to Joanna S.
Joanna S.
Yeah. And just wanted to say thank you so much for joining our Patreon. And we look forward to seeing you around. We really hope to, hear from you and maybe show up on our Discord, because that's another place you can interact with us if you want to.
And it's so fun.
Great.
Yes.
It's great. But I do want to say this again, that every little bit helps us. I mean, I know that when you think about contributing $1, it doesn't seem like it's going to do much, but it's not just you. It's everybody else that's doing the $1. It really does add up to a great help to us. So thank you to everybody that contributes to us, and thank you for what you are doing, Joanna. We really appreciate you.
Thank you, Joanna. You're the bee's knees.
Yeah. All right. With that being said, are we ready to get into this new book?
Nahum!
Let's do it.
Okie dokie. Alrighty, let's get into this.
All right.
Before I start reading, I thought we would, talk about like who the fuck.
Who's this Nahum guy?
Nahum. He's a dude.
I wouldn't have guessed. No, yeah, I would have.
I mean, there's not really a lot about him, much like, what was that, Micah, that guy?
Yeah.
How we're like, we think his name means this, and we think he's from there, but...
Right, but he doesn't even have a dad.
Yeah.
That we know of anyway.
Yeah.
Obviously, he has a dad, or maybe he's fictional. We don't know. We have no idea.
Nahum is a lot like that.
Got it.
So more of the same.
Okay.
So Nahum was a prophet, we think, in like the 600 BCE time frame.
Okay.
And he came from a small village, he says, on the banks of the Tigris, known as Elkosh.
Got it.
Okay. Some legends have attributed this place as a small village in Galilee. Galilee?
Not sure.
I don't know either.
I don't know how to pronounce it. Yeah.
But that's where Jesus ended up for part of his ministry.
Right. I did know that. I think it's Galilee.
I think it's Galilee.
Galilei.
Galilei. Right?
Sure.
You know that song, right?
I do know kind of what you're referencing, yes.
Galilei.
Right.
Yeah. And sorry.
Got lost in your own head there.
I did. I was thinking, and then it was funny, and then I was just staring.
Right.
Okay, sorry.
That happens occasionally. Those long awkward pauses that happen occasionally.
I lost
It's because wife just like went blank.
I did.
Yeah.
But it's always like sometimes it happens when I'm just looking at my phone or a book.
Yeah.
But when I'm like looking straight at you when it happens, that's always the funniest because you're just looking at me like,
what the fuck?
Hello, yes. Okay, the worms have taken over. So anyway, we don't know much about this guy, and he likely, probably would have been a contemporary of King Josiah, which was one of the few quote unquote good kings, like Micah,
sure,
right?
Yeah. Wait, Micah wasn't a good king.
But Micah was maybe around during the good king of Josiah.
No, that was a completely different time frame.
Oh, who am I thinking of that he might have been around?
I don't know. Hezekiah.
Oh, okay, sure.
I believe that's who he was, because he was in the 800 BCEs, and this guy's in the 600s. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So this is closer to the Babylonian exile, whereas the other one was closer to the Assyrian.
Okay, I have to tell you something. These guys, I just don't have any grasp on who is who at this point.
And this is why we read the book together, because otherwise it would be a complete fucking travesty.
It really, okay, but I'm the person that if I don't write things down, it doesn't stick in my head at all. And I have not been writing any of this down. I should have been keeping a notebook and drawing in a chart. And yes, I know that there are charts and graphs and notes and all that you can just print out. But
we're lucky to get an episode done.
No, so, that is true. But what I mean is I'm not writing it down, so it's not sticking.
Right.
And I just don't know who these people are, and I don't know when they fall. So I apologize. I'm just dumb, is what I'm saying. that's the way it be. Okay.
All right.
So anyway, he would have been around probably during King Josiah, who was supposedly a good guy of the southern kingdom of Judah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And he also might have been a contemporary of Zephaniah and Jeremiah.
Got it.
Who was a bullfrog.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Now,
and also a traitor.
Yeah, a double spy.
Yeah.
I remember that. Okay. So, again, not only don't we know when he was around or what he did for sure, we don't know exactly when he gave this prophecy. Because you know who wrote it, who they wrote it for, when it was written, and when it's supposed to be taking place. Like, those are all separate issues.
Got it.
Right?
Yeah.
So, just making sure that we don't know any of those things.
Okay.
Is what I'm saying. Okay. Now, he does mention in one of the chapters the destruction of the Egyptian city of Noamon, which is Thebes. And Thebes fell to the Assyrians in 663 BCE.
Okay.
So Nahum must have written it before that. Or I'm sorry, after that.
Right.
After that. Yeah, sorry. That's literally what it says, but my brain, it does opposite sometimes.
Sure.
Okay. Now, it is likely that Nahum prophesied when Nineveh was a mighty city. Okay. And Nineveh was destroyed 50 years after Noamon or Thebes.
Got it.
In 612. Okay.
Yeah.
So he probably maybe would have written this book before the fall of the southern kingdom and after the Assyrians had ransacked the northern kingdom.
Sure.
Okay. So even though the northern kingdom had repented during the time of Jonah, remember him? He was the whale guy, and he was like, no thanks, I don't want a prophet. I don't want to be a prophet, so I'm going to go jump in a lake. And then the people that he jumped in the lake on the boat with, they almost died. And then he was like, fuck me. I guess
but they repented because they weren't exactly Israelites at that point because they'd already been conquered by the Assyrians.
Right.
So they had a completely different, like they were basically formerly Israelites.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some of them. But they were ruled by a different, like they'd already been conquered by the Assyrians.
Yeah.
Years and years and years and years, hundreds of years prior.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like there's already a change of who they were.
Yeah.
But I'm sure
they're
still were people.
Cousin to cousin.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So again, even though the northern kingdom had repented during the time of Jonah, which was a time of great turmoil in Nineveh, Assyria appeared to revert to their crueler ways years later.
Got it.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Known for their cruelty and the severe mutilation of their victims, which we have talked about before.
Yeah.
The Assyrians had reached a peak of their violence under the rule of Ashurbanipal.
Okay.
What a pal. Ashurbanipal. He's a pal.
Okay.
Ashurbanipal.
Right. Okay.
He ruled around the same time Nahum wrote this book, probably.
Right.
Okay?
Maybe, probably.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, all of this is just like, sure, if you say so, bro.
It seems like a lot of conjecture with pretty much everything that we read lately.
Yeah, we're just guessing at this
least
point.
with the with the main prophets, there was something usually you could tie it in with like a certain time frame because of a king or something else.
Right. And how the other nation reported it from their perspective.
Right.
Yeah.
But nothing
with
in these
the
later ones.
And that's why they're minor, because they're like just bits and pieces that were like, and here's some crumbs that we found.
And if we edited it like 200 years later, it's no big deal.
Yeah.
Whatever. It is what it is.
Sure.
It's still mostly there.
It's a footnote at the end of history. No bigs. Sure. Judah would have seen Assyria as a massive threat. Is the thing.
Yeah.
Okay. And they had wiped out the northern half of the kingdom of Israel. And if Assyria continued to be as formidable an opponent as they were under Tiglath-Pileser and Ashurbanipal, then Judah would be their next victim.
Sure.
Okay?
Yeah.
But after Ashurbanipal's reign ended, Assyria's power waned, and they ultimately succumbed to
the Babylonians.
That's right.
Yeah.
As predicted in this book.
Yeah.
Okay. This book is a prophet.
Predicted in this book. Okay. All right.
You see where we're going.
Because again, we can see the political, waves coming at you.
Yes.
Because it's just how It's not like it came out of the blue.
The machinations.
You can see this shit. You can see the writing on the wall. So
okay, it wasn't written quite as clearly as, say, Project 2025, which literally you could print out before Trump took presidency and then enacted all of the things that were in Project 2025.
Sure.
But it was still pretty fucking clear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a smaller world. You would have known somebody that was like working for somebody that knew that this was a thing that was happening. And at the very least, that was being spread around. Like
they were all cousins.
Right.
Yeah. So, I mean, smaller world, but better relations and more talky-talky.
Sure.
I guess. Anyway, with this backdrop of Assyria's dominance and threats, Nahum addresses this book to both Judah and Assyria.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
And this book is seen as kind of a sequel of sorts to Jonah.
Okay.
Which, sure, if you want to think that.
Right.
Like, I mean, I don't know. Some people say it is, I guess. And I'm like, did it fall later in time? Then does that make it a sequel, or does that make it the next thing that happens?
But if it's going to be a sequel, it needs to have like a subtitle called like The Return of the Whale or something. You know, I mean, come on. Like, you can't just have a sequel that's just a sequel.
Right. All right. So anyway, we had to
just in case there's a weird pause here.
We had to take a great giant pause because our cat decided that she had to dig all the way to the bottom of the box and then dig through the floor.
Yeah.
And then into the ground and then through to the other side of the planet.
You might even, if you go back like 30 seconds, you might even be able to hear some of the cat litter box digging going on.
It was so ridiculous.
She is like got this whole process that takes like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
In the litter box.
And usually we can just like edit it out because she always does it when we're podcasting.
Actually, we try to talk louder and more like
emphatically.
Solid. Like we try to not let any gaps happen during those time frames.
But this one was so bad.
It was extra.
She was digging hard.
She was.
The scratch was real.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, although Jonah preached to the Ninevites, aka the Assyrians,
right?
Them dudes,
yeah,
you know, and they did repent. Remember?
Yeah, Jonah. Yeah. Right.
He's like,
but that was the one that was too easy, and it might have been a dream, and like there was all kinds of weird shit with that.
I mean, there was a whale.
There was a whale. Yeah, it's not a trustworthy story.
No. Questionable narration.
Yeah.
They reverted to their evil ways under new leadership.
Sure.
So, Anyway, this sealed their fate as the same as those from Edom, as predicted in the book of Obadiah. Okay. Which I don't think we've read that guy yet.
It doesn't. Yeah, I don't think so.
No. All right. So all of that being said as background of what this book is, the time frame, and who wrote it.
Yeah.
Now we can begin reading.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So Nahum chapter 1. There's only 3.
Oh, okay.
All right. A prophecy concerning Nineveh. The book of the vision of Nahum of Elkoshite.
Okay. Yeah.
Now that's verse 1, but in the Hebrew text, that is the
title thing.
Yeah. I forget what that is called, like the sub something or the whatever. I forget. I don't know. It's a fancy way of saying not verse 1.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
All right. So the Lord is a jealous and avenging God.
He sure is.
The Lord takes vengeance and is filled with wrath.
That is very true. Yes.
High contradiction. I bet that pops up.
We just kind of covered that in the last contradiction.
Yeah.
We did.
Is he an angry God?
Right.
According to this, yes, fucking yes, he absolutely the fuck is.
Like right out the gate.
Also, I did see a note describing what they mean by jealous. And it was from an apologist, so
of course,
grain of salt.
Yeah.
They don't mean like he's jealous, like, oh my God, you like that God? You like that God more? Stop. I'm the only God. You should only love me. It's that God knows that the only way to salvation is through him. So he's not jealous of the other gods. He's jealous for us.
Jealous for
us.
That doesn't make any sense.
No, because that's literally not what the word jealous means.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so I'm like, you tried hard there, pretzel brain.
Yeah.
I'm going to start calling these people pretzel brains.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Because I'm like, That's not what that word means. That's a different word.
That particular apologist decided that he didn't like the fact that his God was jealous because it sounds,
bad and wrong
correct.
and mean and
he's like,
ugly.
I'm going to make this sound better by lying.
He just cares about us.
What?
Yeah. I love a good liar.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's jealous, he's avenging, and he takes vengeance, and he's filled with wrath.
Right.
That's what that verse says.
Correct.
Literally.
Yeah.
Those are the words that I just said.
No, I mean, yeah. You read them. They were in the Bible. They were there, right there.
Just one more time. The Lord is a jealous and avenging God. The Lord takes vengeance and is filled with wrath. Now to carry on, the Lord takes vengeance on his foes and vents his wrath against his enemies. The Lord is slow to anger, but great in power. The Lord will not leave the guilty unpunished. His way is there is some fucking fire and brimstone here that people who are evangelical, they gotta be quoting this shit. He wants you to be good. He hates you so fucking much.
I think there are some people in the Bible that would argue with the fact that God is slow to anger. Yeah. Specifically like Aaron's sons and Uzzah.
Yeah.
And that guy that was picking up sticks on Sunday.
Yeah.
That seemed pretty immediate to me.
It did. Yeah. His way is in the whirlwind and the storm, and clouds are the dust of his feet. He rebukes the sea and dries it up. What the sea ever do to anybody?
Well, there's that Leviathan thing in there, remember?
Yeah. He makes all the rivers run dry. Yeah, he does. Bashan and Carmel wither, and the blossoms of Lebanon fade.
Okay.
He's like, I kill all the things. I fuck all the people over. I kick the planet around. Man, this mountain, I punched it. The mountains, see? Look, I didn't even know this was coming. Right. The mountains quake before him, see?
Right.
He punched the fuck out of it.
Right.
And the hills melt away. The earth trembles at his presence, the world and all who live in it. I mean, why do you choose to like this guy?
I don't understand. I don't understand worshiping someone who demands fear.
Yeah.
Like, that's just like, that's crazy.
I say it every week. Never not be afraid.
Right.
And choose this on purpose.
Yeah.
That is why.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Who can withstand his indignation? Apparently nobody, because he's going to kill all of you. Who can endure his fierce anger? Well, he's a god, so nobody. He will kill them all.
Sure, if he wants to.
Sure. His wrath is poured out like fire. The rocks are shattered before him. What a son of a bitch.
There's a lot of destruction happening, like imagery,
this
destructive imagery.
This is not a nice god. This is not a good god.
No, this is not, He's not being portrayed very friendly here.
No, he's being portrayed like an old-fashioned, like, the people who came before.
Right.
Like the bad ones with all of the, like, child and human sacrifice stuff,
right,
like the ancient gods. They were always anger and bad.
Sure.
That's what this guy is.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
The Lord is good, a refuge in times of trouble.
I love how they go through all that. And they're like, the Lord is good.
Right? He cares for those who trust in him, but with an overwhelming flood, he will make an end to Nineveh. He will pursue his foes into the realm of darkness.
Oh, my God.
I mean, you know what this sounds like? This sounds like the mother of an abusive dude, right? She's like, he's a good guy. He's so sweet. I mean, he will fuck your shit up and punch the fuck out of you and stab you. But he's really sweet. And I mean, yeah, he doesn't always put the toilet seat down, but he cleans it up and then he punches you for saying anything about it. Like, what the fuck? Jesus Christ, this guy. Whatever they plot against the Lord, he will bring to an end. Trouble will not come a second time.
Because he's going to take care of that shit.
Yeah.
Except for that, you remember how he always wiped people out, but then he didn't wipe them out?
Remnant, la, 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 la.
He's like, I'm going to wipe them all out. They're all going to be gone. They're all gone, but they're not.
They're not.
Yeah.
Except for, I found a couple.
That was like my favorite thing from the early
it was like
portions of the Bible.
It would be like one chapter is kill them all, and then the next one was JK, I found a few. Right? They will be entangled among thorns and drunk from their wine. They will be consumed like dry stubble.
Well, if you're going to be entangled in thorns, at least it's probably be better to be drunk on your wine. You know?
I mean, I think so.
I would rather be drunk on my wine if I was entangled in thorns. I'm saying,
consumed like dry stubble. There's two notes about that.
Like one who consumes dry stubble.
Whoever that be. I mean, like, what I like is when you shave all your stubble off and then it lands in the sink and then I lick it up because it's dry stubble.
That's
it's
gross.
Delicious.
That's really fucking gross.
I consume your dry stubble.
No, wife does not.
Wait, no, that
stubble.
is not. No. So there's a question about what the fuck that even means.
Yeah, I'm curious myself.
But then I saw another note that said, obviously that means that, dry stubble catches fire and burns real fast.
Is that obvious?
Obviously.
What?
Dry stubble.
What's obvious about that?
So it's consumed by fire.
Okay. Oh, okay.
And I was like,
I don't feel like that's a thing that ever, like, what?
And they were like, clearly.
Was that a thing that people like collected for a fire starter?
They will be consumed like dry stubble.
Like, give me that stubble. I'm gonna put it in our collection for fire starter stuff.
I love me a good dry stubble, like I said.
But I feel like that would stink if you used it for a fire. Like, you've burned hair before, right?
Accidentally.
It's not a good smell.
I mean, I've told you the story.
It's actually a fucking horrible smell.
I've told you the story of my burned hair. I think I've told it on here before.
Yeah.
It is not good.
Leaned over a candle.
Yeah. And it was like human flesh kind of thing. Like, Jesus Christ, what? Oh, that's me. I'm on fire.
Right. Yeah.
You just can't beat it, The shit that okay, anyways. From you, Nineveh has come forth. Let me read that again. From you, Nineveh, has one come forth who plots evil against the Lord and devises wicked plans.
Well, if you're going to destroy them all, it sounds like more than just one, but okay.
Yeah. This is what the Lord says.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, every time I see it, I have to go back to that voice,
Right.
Although they have allies and are numerous, they will be destroyed and pass away. Although I have afflicted you, Judah, I will afflict you no more.
It's funny because the people that actually destroy Assyria are the Babylonians.
Right.
So it's not even God.
Right.
And it's not even the Israelites.
They're a tool of the Lord.
It's such a, I don't know.
Measure twice, cut once. You're a tool of the Lord.
Sure, I guess.
I think that should be a song. I'm going to write a song.
Why isn't the tool of the Lord ever in this time frame, it's never the Israelites. The Israelites are never the one that enact the vengeance for God. It's always some group of people that he doesn't actually like that does the killing of the other group of people that he doesn't actually like. It's like, no, what you're describing here is just fucking war. Like, that's it. It has nothing to do with gods. It's just fucking war.
You want to be a tool.
I like the band Tool.
You're a tool.
I want tools for, working on things.
It's nice when you can find your hammer and your screwdriver. That's a good day.
Those are good days.
Yeah. And like when I'm like, I need a measuring tape. Do we have one of those? And you're like, we do. And then I'm like, do we know where it is? And you're like, I do. That's the best day.
Right.
Okay. Now I will break their yoke from your neck and tear your shackles away. He is so fucking violent. I'm sorry.
He is.
The Lord has given a command concerning you, Nineveh.
Okay.
Pay the fuck attention, Nineveh.
Is it got to do with destruction?
Listen
probably?
up. Listen up.
Okay.
You will have no descendants to bear your name.
Okay.
I will destroy the images and idols that are in the temple of your gods. I will prepare your grave, for you are fucking vile.
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
You are fucking vile, he says.
Well, most of that he says.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, your interpretation.
Sure.
You can guess.
Right.
Yeah. So he's like, nobody will remember you kind of thing, except that, he wrote it down. So we do.
In the Bible, yeah.
We do.
Right.
Anyway, this next verse is the last one. And in the Hebrew Bible, it actually is the first verse of the next chapter.
Interesting.
So I'll read it again whenever we do the next chapter, since it's like
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
Okay, so look, they're on the mountains, the feet of one who brings good news, who proclaims peace. Celebrate your festivals, Judah, and fulfill your vows. No more will the wicked invade you. They will be completely destroyed. The end.
Huh.
Yeah.
So that definitely belongs in the next section. But it's like the Christian Bible couldn't leave that chapter without a positive note.
Like, this is violent.
Right. Yeah. No, it was like that was a very violent and dark image of what God is.
He's gonna fuck your shit up. But this other country, they're gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Keep reading.
Look, there's hope. See, just hang in there. We got this.
Yeah.
It's coming, guys.
Yeah.
He only destroys for one chapter here.
Exactly.
And then it's just minimal disasters after that.
If you just to be continued with us, it'll be fine.
Right. Yeah. God will be good next chapter. Mm-hmm. Probably. Maybe at least some. A little bit.
You got to stay tuned to find out.
That's right. All right. Well, that was Nahum. Nahum. Chapter 1.
Damn, girl, you looking good.
All right. Well, I think that's all we got for today.
Yeah.
All right. We'll be back soon with Nahum, chapter 2.
Yeah.
All right. See you guys then.
Bye.
To make switching to the new Boost Mobile risk-free, we're offering a 30-day money-back guarantee.
So why wouldn't you switch from Verizon or T-Mobile?
Because you have nothing to lose. Boost Mobile is offering a 30-day money-back guarantee.
No, I asked why wouldn't you switch from Verizon or T-Mobile?
Oh.
Wouldn't.
Because you love wasting money as a way to punish yourself because your mother never showed you enough love as a child?
Whoa. Easy there.
Yeah.
Applies to online activations. Requires port in and auto pay. Customers activating in stores may be charged non-refundable activation fees.
There's one thing that will forever change the way you sleep, and it's the softest 100% organic cotton sheets from Boll & Branch. You'll fall asleep faster wrapped in the most luxurious comfort. You'll never sleep hot again with sheets that feel breathable to sleep in. You'll experience the purest softness on night one and feel your sheets get even softer with every wash. Discover the difference with 15% off your first set of sheets at bollandbranch.com with code BUTTERY. Exclusions apply. See site for details.
Enjoy a brilliant sleep experience with Soundcore from Anchor. Stressed out by your partner's snoring? Having trouble falling asleep? Waking up too easily? Suffering from poor quality sleep? Now, put on Soundcore Sleep A20 earbuds. Experience unparalleled pressure-free comfort perfect for side sleepers. Choose your favorite sound in your curated playlist. Feel your body getting lighter and lighter and enjoy a full night of peaceful sleep with the A20's long-lasting battery. Then wake up feeling fresh with a personal built-in alarm. Get the sleep you deserve with Soundcore Sleep A20 earbuds. Discover more on soundcore.com. SOUNDCORE. Soundcore. Use code SLEEP at checkout to get $30 off. SLEEP in all caps.
Hey, wife, I guess that's the end?
But husband, that's just sad.
It doesn't have to be. We are on lots of social media platforms like Twitter. Our handle there is sacrilegious_D.
For D's nuts.
Oh my God. Stop doing that. Anyway, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. There's a link to all of our social media sites at our website.
Ooh, we have a website?
Yeah, it's sacrilegiousdiscourse.com, where you can also find a link to our merch shop.
We have a merch shop?
Yep, we have podcast-themed clothing, mugs, notebooks, and more, as well as an atheist and science-themed products.
Wow, our fans should really go check that out right now.
Definitely. They can get in touch with us by sending an email to sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com. But before they do that, we could really use some help.
Oh yeah? With what?
Well, it's not free running the podcast, and we need some financial support in order to get better equipment, which will free up time so we can concentrate on our podcast and our fans.
Okay, so what should they do?
Head over to patreon.com/sacrilegious discourse and sign up as a contributor on our podcast. Supporters there receive additional bi-weekly episodes that we record just for our Patreon members for as little as $2 a month.
Also, we'd really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe on whatever platform you're using.
And Apple Podcast reviews help us out tremendously.
Like and subscribe. Leave an Apple review. Join us on Twitter. Support us on Patreon. That's a lot of instructions. Don't forget to say thanks.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.